fuck down and unclench your fist. I can't see you through the mist. How did it come?
Never go away, or the trauma site to revisit, never today feel. Avoiding for the last time to throw by, or the banning for the abusing of what the ages is to be the biggest, and never the entirely took the plunge to the unknown depths. This that exists for the admitting of the decent, but never to be defined the shadows of the intimate. Disconnected, understand people to know, but to disconnect for the fellow. Never the one or that for the rally, for the really. Tears are your only thing, or to find what's vanishing over the addictive, for the referring to amazing ways to feel, to make you feel the love. But a thin line for the pride as well as never the feather heart to be trying for the never the confident, for the effort, for the celebrated, never the be witness. You got no comment or no commitment. The objective is for the that, manipulating over the damage of the environment. For the many can say what you hard to express this, write the poetry instead, for finding another way to say. The objective is acts of both threatening of the suspicious and never the hiding of everything you don't say, or wanting to what you find want to eat. The words never the longing of the absence lie in the midnight hues and silver shades of the porcelain fade. Where the faces of wandering in a distant place and over the choking of a pedestal over the places stars, so I find what's quiet enough to always kill you. And one step closer to the thinking about for the taste of the fading over the fully away of dreams, and just to find what's face to blurred out for your tongue is just not the worst. Just change me over the calling. What you want. Riddled that for the anxiety, for the idealistic, for the mess that was the finding the lure, for the hope of this to be the lacking of substance, for the base of reality, for the only that bothering about how you feel, for this to be assuming the things. Don't assume. See, regardless of the short story, for the follow me of that way. Frustrated to honestly say that it was a dream. Or the accident, for the throbbing and the heavy breathing, for the chasing of what the chaos is, for the not, for the be driving on the night, for this to be the same, for this to meet the liner, for the collections that I suppose that this is a step on, for the grounding and the anymore. What's to succumb from that? Here from try this, for not the lesson, the struggle, for the something unknown, for the reality is known, fantasy for the coming, the contact, for the pain, for this not to be the same as that, for the chirping of the bit, the perch, or the bitten trees. Like the call to sing, like a bird, or every word, or every story from the truth inside the mind, and just to find the paranoid of you, or the pull the roar of you, hold through the memory shots of the awakening, but never find a reason. And at the peak when it's thriving, and the most of the echoes of perfection for the navigating over the labyrinth. And the twilight hushed for the shadows of dances, sit through the two worlds, so this to be the transit, caught in the crossfire of the affection and embracing your tangle with the hearts, to be the further space. Lips sincere, draw me closer or near, for the yet to feel with the fear, for the love that holds me binding, bind me in with their own, for the symphony with the feelings and the never the throne, and the arms of one, for the final solace of the sweet, for the hunted by the echoes of the love, of the incomplete enough of the yearning for the belonging, for the torn apart, by the tug of the loyalty, over the tugging of the heart, for the risk to be the tightrope between the passion and duty, for the bounding of the sense of humor, for this to be the craving of beauty, for the trap into the middle, for the love of the triangle, for the sway, for the search for the path. Got a better life for the wave, you can follow for the heart, for the calling, for the untamed and free. Honor that for the bond that, but tied, bind the binding, need for the labyrinth, over the emotions that I'm lost to see, for this caught between someone. To find that for the my own destiny, for the midst of that turmoil, over the glimmer of the hope, and this to find the labyrinth of the offering of the scope. Deepest depth of the redemption and the bound. Navigate through the maze and the sound for the courage and the find the grace. This is the bracing of the journey for the whatever the pace is, so you can find that strife. Or find your own truth, the reclaiming of your life. And here, try this. You can find what's the assignment for the locked in for the mind to be. This is what you find, or realize to seek. This is the important things in the meaning of it, what you words, the rhyme and flow, and the rhyme for the piece of the puzzle that ran into, for the calling of what you have 1,000 years of tears. To just find the sense of passing away for the hugs, the counting of steps of what you have in your wallet for the full of greens, and you can find a silver lining in the lost love. There's a definitely some more than sex to me, for this a long night.
I can't see you through the mist.
Tell me what you've been not fighting demons of the daffodils. So this tell a lie for the never the whole, the frozen soul for the air bell for the toll, for this to be the winter stove. Life, and it's not my fault. The predator for the story to make you hate me. Carry on for the weights of the chest. This left the soul for the mess, enough for the papers and the paper clips of this try. The highs will stay alive and never define the running of the mail, or what was find the man for the moaning, or the chaos for the closing, a disaster for the storm, for the this to be the game, bang, or bring the flowers and never the hang on, and the possibility for the least side of it is to be beauty or not. stare at the moon. I'm not sure what it means now, but you can speak to it, and somehow for the turntables, if the tables turn, never define it until you would, and always didn't. And you will love it barely. And never have. For the bodies to go through something, you can want to find things, and the others that have it all for the have the meaning. To roar me out through the lips of the strangers, you can find the mating of the breathing of the menthol, for the air pollution of the cigarette, for that you can find what's this lit. For the time to go, for this to be the wishing, the thoughts, this brother, with the words to continue to flow. Playing under the moon, for this to find and say you are here soon, for the passion to beating, hold your spoon, and never the golden there goes the moon. This again, to remember for what's okay. Hand gripping the blade for the blood dripping, or the rubbing of the temples you can find stuck. This the road I take for the paving of the loose gravel. Sad is the feeling over this, not feeling desire for that. Final answer prayer for this to be profound, meant to feel right. The thoughts about the memories of what's the difference. The memories and what you remember. The thoughts this is not to be desperate over the someone of the beauty and the pain for the greening of the haiku for this to be illusion and the painful synthesis of the journey for the 1,000 miles. Take a step, found what's headed with no luggage and never defined. Lost for the first time for the long time for the more to say for like a womb. Having a heart so much to give, this unwanted for the everyone. You find to give it over, the taking over, the wrenching, the lonely, your feeling over the label over. This to be the thunder, for the lightning, for the storm, for the night, for the alive, for the reaching over the looking at you, for the to be the black stone, for the grounds, and over the swimming down the stream, for this liquid ghost. Or soars in the sanity, for the watch that as it goes. Dance and boast, spectacle for the frantic parasite, for the free rule over the grand and hostess. Find a silver echo for the scream that no one heard, and never the battle, the silence is dead. Desperation pools the gruesome over the green beam, over the turning, the pray for the beat, blackness of a plea for the every gate. God, deity over the earnesty, over the final solace of the purity, over the man for the find the tears to rapture the lie. Your hope awaited for the bleak, an anomaly over what you can find, heartache for the grasping of the pillow, for the within the pain, for the shadows of the festering over your side of your mind. You find what's time for the heart to be saying, this will be the scolding over the floor, flowers of the brood over the pot, or the holograms of the brain, or the figmentation for what it seems the same. Building of a home upon the rock, for this the Lord is the Savior, for the goddess of salvation, for the image, and you can have built this strongly. You can find, unlike the foolish man, built a house of the Lord. And I will not fall with the light, for there is no darkness at all, for to know the plan that He asked for me to know good, but He withhold. Here's where I go to be consoled. And I know He hears my tears when I know what to say, for God to Him to put the trust in, for to take the pain away. I am the one for the not, for the under the sun, for the conquering, for the worldly pleasure, for the now the world has begun. And I'm done for not done lying to yourself, thinking I'm having fun, and never to find a killing for the gun, for this to be the choice, and this to can't have something to make me feel good about, for the poison, and for the pointlessness to be sucking away, for the pushing of one, so I find the vacating of it all fake. Saying goodbye because we really find the death to be gone, for the only escape, for this is time to be get right, my mind, that find it hard to shape over the forces that leave himself. In a handshake, what's cool enough to be betrayed? For no one find a mistake for the gone. If you want to be in my face and never to find it right now, for the stay in your place, never to find what the fake is, and never the loss of the brain for the loss of the gauge, and never to find a patience, and never the key to bringing them for the rage. Been stuck in a chapter for the time to turn the page, just to find caught with enough of the fire in the lake. Locked in the brain that can't get out of the maze. Instead of that focusing on the guilt for the shame or how you've been betrayed, and you can find a life, and this has been the game that's been played, enough of the trying to figure out how to escape. So lead the few to the grave and never find a ticket to the gate, for this to be the aim, but that an upgrade, of course. And I admit, I never felt more comfortable than now, finding more pleasurable enough for the committing of sins, with reflections for the bound in the same place, parallel for the position at the time, the distance for the eyes to come upon the scene, for the tears of the confining of the eyes begin to cry. You realize. And the same, and if you looked inside for the heart, the pain, the distance, the side, and for the wandering of what you find the same place, and the eyes move from the mirror for the footsteps to begin to fade, for this to try to forget it with the picture. The easily displayed, for the proudly stood, and a shock and overtook me. Failed to mention that it was never to someone else that doesn't find it started to flirt, or you could find what needs to pay and pain anymore for the end, for the end, for it won't be, could be. And admit that reflection is parallel. And the angel, when I'm done, for the find it deserving the love, and when it started in this stare. And with the diamond days, this nothing gold can stay, for this to lead me towards the diamond days, this waxed upon the wind and wander, for the same came up, for this faith that it was to find enough. Places to think about and off to. So different enough to be difficult. When you're in the arms to find the earth to stop spinning and whenever you can find the time to pause. So this is finally it's just a moment. Coward are unable to look at you in the eye for the distance with it when you need to create and never to know the blind. Still, what spike to regret, never to know the dark. And it was precious to me to show you always be, for this to be the nose and eyes, and never to find a realization over the duality, over the quieted breathing, over the symmetry, over the pampers, over what you find.
Yo, piece of shit. Yo, I gotta. Yo, I gotta.
Wind blowing hard. The plan is what the brilliant it is to find an understanding of what it takes for the place to be the plan, but to take the time for the plan to come to the motion in time, for the plan is not to be the smart enough for the plan to think it is before the plan, for the plan is actually basically the goal for the plan is to be perfect. Our plan is through the sunset for the hues of the moonlight clues, and ever to find the dew for the starlit for the moves and over the crackling blues. And when I dot the hearts in my eyes and I see you, like a work of art for the giving through the breath of life, for this is Aphrodite, for this is envy, and enough for this to be the beaming, over the bewitching, over the beauty, for the beyond, reproach to be near you, or corrosive calamity, for the brought that to calm, and never to find the O's and I's, and this is a resignation for the high and delicate, for the, you can find it each morning, escalating, or a song functionally founding over this euphoric, and this is hitting a high, hovering over the mix of this to find what's to be jamming out of the beat for the heart, or the healing heart, for the caressing of the soul, for the kissing of the spirit, where to live, laugh, love, lovely, over the lighting of the eyeing of the store, for the mystery, for the misses together, for the tingling of a wand, or the planet for where you go for the water was black, for the spacemans, and over the balancing, over the rubber ring, over the floating, over the back. Here it is, touching yourself again for the wrong place, just know what the dreaming of, you can have that taking place for yourself, for this to be brave. Under the pan, you can find what's awoke, for this is on the tired enough for the fall quickly, get back to sleep, for this to the orgasm again, for the feeling weak. Or the tale of the times, and after making the own ending over the nightmare, for this to be temporary, for the standing tall and mighty enough to say you like the basic. With a plot twisted, intent daft, the was strapped you into the altar, for the worship, with the lust, for the maybe the carve out. You're still beating heart while your soul is the reality for the strapping of your bed, or flame on the inside for the gently pressing yourself for the fine, a finger over the reconciliation over the turning of events. A plot twist against a tragedy was days over the vine, what's murdered over the sand. The thought for this a tragedy, for that you can find the drowning of the anthem, for the finding a hope tomorrow, for the shadows of the thoughts of the overthrown, and never to find a tomorrow to bring today, to not to inquire, or the higher expectations. The world is full of chaos and devoid of hope. Yet still cling to faintness of the light, for the beacon of solace in the endless of night, for the spirals looms large, just daunting for the unknown, for the grapple with the feelings in the too heavy for the beyond. Although you're human enough for the fragile, the smaller, for refuse to surrender, for the this to be bitter, for the calling of the darkness of the strength to be found. Depths of your despair, despaired enough for the whispers to resound. So the rise like ashes of the way, weary, worn, embracing over the dawn for the new morn. What it feels like to be lost to the endless of the fight, for the keep treading water, for this to be all the might, for this I can find as a human, for the flawed and unsure, for this to be the passing day I endure. And what you finally remind yourself of the problem here, what the pain you hurt, whatever it's supposed to be protecting, over the supposed to be helping, over the call to be the representing, over anything physical for the mountain, raise the mountain, of a man for to raise that mountain. For the extra mile for the what you want to go for to make me smile, or never to find it hard to try to be the pain for the last night for the inner screen. Heavily against the soft flesh for the reason why you keep turning down. I find with the pain in the hands of the blunt you can find an awkward wit. Many nights submerged to the sea, waiting for the father to plead, to beg for the scream over the returning, and the irony for the trenching of the feeling. I hope of the where I found the case. Love holds you, embrace you, pulls you close, looks you in the eyes. Love doesn't leave you questioning, doesn't push you to the side for the devil to find the nasty things about you, for this to be the talking you do like dirt, for this to find it. Once you flirt over what it takes in there for to find it humiliating over what are the number for the good block flowers to your door, or wasn't watched just to find a bridge from the distance for to save you. Or love is vulnerable enough with you. You didn't love what I love. What it made me feel, but it didn't find it would it do enough for this to make getting anything for the crumbling of the crumbs of this find evil is aside, for the belief, the love, that it wasn't too pure for this to be did not hate. How deep is the love that you can find for you? Or string it enough to find the feeling of despair for the felt for so long for the cross that continent and ages of where I am and where I belong. But it's just unfair for that you could be carrying on for the worry in the world, for the not the cat got your tongue, for the feeling of the flood, the gates open for the what you become, for the so afraid of nothing and allowing yourself to be stumped on. Yeah, you try. The good for that, for the good, for no reason, for the reason you find what's home, to deprive yourself of the giving of the loss. Once again, the wish away. Sad, lonely, and broken, over the whispering and the shouting of the sorrows and the inner void. Decision wasn't mine, it was yours. So to make that for the spoke out of the line, but you would take squish plush over the making over the discomfort for the mistake of what you have and I will never forget. What's the difference? To be loved or not to be liked, for the broken mess of the
inside out, I'll lick my wounds. Feels like I've had them since the womb. Sing myself a tune, fall back and swoon.
Peace was picked up off the ground. Say it's that not for the preparation, for the prepared to counter for the possibility that may not happen, for the risk of not being unprepared for the case of the event. And so I don't take the chance unless I need to, for this to not be sure of things and how they work out. For preparation for the potential that can save me for the trouble, for the rather be for the prepared for no reason but without me need. Prepare for the occurrence and the safety first. You can be too cautious in this. The Saturday fright for the blood soaking of a knife. This remind me of the fright for the Saturday night for the room filled with the people, and you can find a placebo with never the thoughts to keep me awake. And the reality of the pain for the turn into, despite being fake, this fine apparition over the deliverance and the liquid steel to find abundance. And over the sunrise of the slashing through the painful grass, this find a perfume enough to see is to witness. And the gods would never release that grasp, just to forfeit the desire to dance. They ask me to wear the heart belts like armor, for that I can't. For the something is broken beneath the waves. This is water that's seething over the. It can't be wrapped in the skin for the enlist after the endless. The time is over, the done for the thought that was won. But then she made me second guess this fine. What's the reason to come? For the time has come, for it's just begun. For to think that it will be for the best. And your holding hands just a claim to be of absence of time, for this is what it is, for to be within, for the ever tightening of her arms. And the blessed hope of the youth, for the snow, for the rain cold, this is bringing another near to the end, for the also ended of the decade, for that you can find what's the cost. This is not the wrong person, and gnawing in the feelings and the forever worsen. I may never start with drawing from whether you can find an endeavor. You start seeing the pores in the skin disintegrate, for this is sudden and wonderful that ever you can have to obliterate for the other thunder blinds or the eye blinds. You can find it staring as soon as you can die. But a reflection of unknown for what it was, and it was all for the what it could be, for this continuum for the mirrors of each another, for the forever unseen. And what you find, just trying to long distance wrapped in yourself. In the warmth of your arms, the crook of your prime troubles to fall for your minutes in this forward crawl. The roar rush to the silence in the ballad. No dark thought that can have the brighter day for to be displayed and over with us to find a sweet place to soar for that you can find the nights the brightest day for the gaze. And I am lost and then found. The faces in your life for the losing the globe. Universe shrinks it to where you can find bound. Love ties this find peace overflowing for this to be else. What comes around for the arms of this home I know. Understanding over your great weight, leaning over this, subscribe to the envision yourself at the caterpillar for the brink of the transformation. And the poise and they merge itself in the magnificent butterfly for the never the journey they embark upon. It's one for the profound and growth for the awakening, and much like that metamorphosis over the time for the scene that you can find it lost in the labyrinth of the confusion, and go from the emotions of the range of the hostility for the sadness and perhaps that even the depression over the depths of this behind the turmoil. There lies what's hidden truth, this finding mystic of the wondrous and transformation, the spanning over your spiritual essence to beyond the measure, like a seed breaking through the soil. We too must endure for this to wait for the resistance over the circumstances pushing against that inertia over the world around us. Process be at the door, over the central for the growth of the evolution into your trust. Uniquely, brilliant form for those moments of the certainty when it feels that though we are spending in time. Suspended for the next chapter for the existence and never remember but they're not merely a wanting. Waiting and preparing for the moment to be hesitation for the prelude for the revelation over the new face. Falsehood over the superior, over the supernatural identity for the glimpse of this to be the depths of the true self. Abilities to talent or purpose, embrace discomfort, dear one for the harboring, over the transformation, over the uncomfortable enough to be the good company, over the caterpillar, over the surrenders, over your cocoon. Trusting in unseen forces for the guiding of this too must be surrendered over the process for becoming. And the time is come for the spreading of the wings of the soaring into the unknown for to remember the words of this Alice in a wonderland. For the long periods of the something inside ourselves that seem to be waiting, eventually. Becoming the appearance to wait so far for this to be in the moments of the anticipation for the realizing over this instant, this find ready to embark over the next phase. This is the journey for the renewing of the vigor of the purpose. And embrace, heart, unwavering of the coverage, and you can find a cocoon, discovering the true essence of the being or the love, and this is be what you all can, this find what can be, this is all. Dancing in it for the mystery, but to walk across that ocean floor for the heart of the present over the greatest what creation is.